Good evening, all. Am I audible? Are you able to see my screen properly? Good evening, participants. Yes, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for the confirmation. Good evening. Good evening, Sunil. So this is Amazon Web Services Machine Learning Operations with AWS, and it is a masterclass, a 30 days masterclass. So tailored from basics to advanced level. Okay, in this masterclass you will be able to learn about the basics of Amazon Web Services, the machine learning and machine learning operations. Good evening. So thanks for the good response from you guys. Are you guys excited for this masterclass? I'm also excited with you. Can we start the session? Can I get thumbs up from you guys in the chat box? Yes, thank you. So, welcome to Pantech e-learning. First, I welcome you all on behalf of Pantech e-learning. Our vision and mission is to help 10 million students to learn the technology in easy way. Okay, so some of you guys are traveling with us, so you would have know how we are student friendly to achieve this. So we have been doing many masterclass. So it is a 30 days plan on learning from Python programming, advanced Python programming, Python full stack, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, then into Java side, the basics of Java programming, Java full stack, React JS, web development full stack, and so on. And also in electrical sides, including embedded systems, IoT with Raspberry Pi, computer vision, MATLAB, Simulink, renewable energy design, and so on. So this is machine learning operations with AWS. So what is AWS, guys? Do you guys have any idea? Let's keep these sessions interactive. Okay, today is day 1. So in this 30 days you are going to travel with me, so please be interactive. So what is AWS? What is the idea you are having when you hear about AWS? What it is? Tell me in one line. What is AWS? AWS is a cloud service provider. Okay, AWS is a cloud service provider. So what is meant by cloud and what is cloud computing? We'll see about cloud computing. And there are many services provided by AWS, and these are cloud services. So what is cloud? Yeah, it's correct, it's cloud. So what is cloud? What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery. So whenever you require, okay, they provide. So it is an on-demand delivery of IT resources through the internet. Okay, and whenever you need, you are going to pay for it. Whatever you are using, you are going to pay for it. Okay, that's what cloud computing is. Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources through the internet. So what is the disadvantage of on-premises storage? So what is the opposite of cloud storage? On-premises storage. For example, imagine you are a startup company and you are having an online web app. Okay, and for this you need server, right? All the physical things you need, the hardware, the energy supply, the storage, the processor, the CPU you are having, and this is your past data. And when you analyze, you can see at some point you are having high amount of load in your server. Okay, and many times you are having some low amount of server. So for this you are having the physical storage, okay, physical server. And what if you inquire a sudden surge? Okay, then what you will do? Your server will go down, right? It can handle, based on the capacity it can handle. So what you need, if you have high load, you need high infrastructure. So in on-premises storage, you will buy the storage, okay, or buy the additional infrastructure. So what will happen if sometimes your load is decreasing? So at that time, what you will do? At that time, the infrastructure you provided additionally will be simply sitting, okay, but for that you have to provide like the maintenance, the energy supply, and so on. So for like the startup companies and many companies, it is very difficult. Sudden surge may they cannot incur. So this is the advantage of cloud storage. So in cloud storage, okay, there are companies, they have the infrastructure. So whenever you need, you can buy it, okay, and use it. If you need high storage or high infrastructure, you can take it. If it is low, you can go for the low amount too. So that's what the advantage of cloud storage. So what is the types of cloud storage? Anybody have an idea about the types of cloud storage? So the first one is on-premise, which means you are running, okay. So these are the things, this sky blue color is managed by you, which means you have to take care of the networking, the storage, the server, virtualization, OS, runtimes and application, entire thing. And there are some cloud service provider, they are called as infrastructure as a service, okay. They will provide, so this sky blue color is like managed by you and the red color is managed by the vendor or the provider, okay. They will provide the networking, storage, servers and virtualization, and you are responsible for these tasks. And there is another type which is known as platform as a service. So here they are providing, along with this, they are providing the OS and runtime. So you have to run your own application and you have to manage it. And some advanced level is there, it is called as software as a service. So in this, they will provide all these things. You just have to process it, okay. What is the types of cloud services? IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. And once again, what is infrastructure as a service? So the service provider is responsible for hardware, virtualization and networking, and you are responsible for OS updates, configuring, auto scaling and load balancing. Many of you guys, these terms may be new for you. Like in the due course, we are going to learn about all these things so that you will be able to know entirely about the cloud computing, okay. About platform as a service, so the service provider will provide infrastructure like hardware, virtualization, networking, and they also provide OS, auto scaling and load balancing, and you are responsible for configuration and application code. And when you go for software as a service, they will provide the software and entire support, and you are responsible for the configuration. And these are some of the lead cloud service providers. They are Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure and IBM Cloud. So this is just a little bit introduction about AWS. So our course, this internship, this masterclass is about machine learning, right? So we'll see a little bit introduction about what is machine learning. So when you go for machine learning, you are accompanied with other topics like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning and so on. What is these things, guys? So anyone of you know the difference between these three? Can you define in one line? Anyone? So this is the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. So what is artificial intelligence? It is a program that can sense, reason, act and adapt like a human. And how are we going to achieve artificial intelligence? We are going to use many tools. And one such tool is known as machine learning. In machine learning, we will be using something known as algorithm. We will be having the past data. With the help of data, we will pass it to a machine learning algorithm or model, which will give us prediction, which is used for artificial intelligence and data science. Okay, a subset of artificial intelligence is called as machine learning. And in machine learning, we have another subset where instead of algorithms, we are going to use one advanced thing which is called as neural network. So what is neural network? It is created to mimic the human brain. It is advanced of machine learning. So it is a subset of deep learning. So this is the difference. So in simple terms, in machine learning, you will have the past data, you will process and analyze with the tools, you will give it to a machine learning algorithm, where it will give you predictions. This is what the life cycle of a machine learning is. So many of you guys know machine learning. Nowadays everyone know Python, everyone are accompanied with machine learning, data science and so on. And what makes you stand different? So what is MLOps, or what is machine learning operations? So do you think these tasks, just this is done in case of industries? Industries are using machine learning and data science and so on, right? So what they are doing in the industries? Do you have any idea? So what is MLOps? It is called as machine learning operations. So in machine learning operations, you will have machine learning, you will have data engineering, and this new term, it is called as DevOps. So what is DevOps? Development operations. So if you have any idea about the industry level, the IT industry, for example, if it is a software, what they'll do is they'll create the software, but they cannot directly give it to the public or to the client. What they'll do, they'll test it. Okay, they'll continuously integrate it, continuously deploy it, and continuously develop it. It is called as CI and CD. It is called as DevOps. It is called as development operations. If you done that same thing to machine learning algorithm and the data, it is called as MLOps. Okay. So in machine learning, you will stop with this model testing, but in MLOps, you are going to deploy it and you are going to analyze it. You are going to maintain and improve it. Okay. If it failed, you are going to come back to the model testing, improve it, and go back again. Okay. This is an industry level thing. And in this course, we are going to see from the basic till advanced. Okay. Are you guys interested to see about the agenda? What is the 30-day plan? Can I get thumbs up in chat box, guys? Are you guys interested? Till now, regarding the introduction. Can we see about the agenda? So as for the introduction and the title, defining AWS MLOps. So you need to know about AWS, you need to know about machine learning, then you need to know about machine learning operations. So in this agenda, the first part is the first 4 days. Okay. So this first 4 days is composed of introduction to Amazon Web Services. So here we are going to see about the introduction, account creation, and some other things like EC2, virtual machines, and other features, Lambda, data storage, and so on. So we are going to see introduction about these things, how to operate it, how to use it. So why it is required? We are going to do machine learning operations and this machine learning entire thing in AWS. Okay. If you want to do that, you need to have some basic knowledge. So this is Amazon Web Services Cloud Computing Essentials. So in this 4 days, we'll cover all the basic things you want to know to run the machine learning projects and machine learning operations. Once we are comfortable with this one, we are going into machine learning. We are going to start from the base of machine learning. See here, in AWS, there is an option, something known as AWS Sagemaker. It is a service provided by AWS, particularly for machine learning, where you can create notebook, do all the machine learning tasks. We'll see about it and go into Pandas for machine learning. This is the base, right? What is machine learning? We'll use data, pass it to the algorithm. We want to process it, and it is done with the help of Pandas. And how to do the same task with AWS? We are going to use something known as AWS Glue ETL. Okay. Extract, transform, and load. That's what the ETL defines. And then we are going into NumPy for machine learning, Matplotlib Seaborn for machine learning, AWS Data Wrangler to perform these tasks with AWS tools itself. Once we complete this, we are going to see about the pre-processing tasks with scikit-learn, like feature scaling, encoding, handling null values, outlier detection, handling feature selection, train test split, and how to do the same task with SageMaker scikit-learn container. This is a new term. And then the classical machine learning model, what are the algorithms, how to use it, when to use it. And then AWS SageMaker built-in algorithms. So this AWS, they have their own algorithm. You can use it too. So we are going to learn about it. And then comes our first project, vehicle insurance claim fraud detection. And next, Avalon age prediction. And then we are going to use something known as AWS SageMaker Canvas. Till now you've done something. Now you are going to use no code in this. In day 18, we are going to use SageMaker Canvas, which is something like machine learning with no code. You have the options to select the data set, select the algorithm, it will give you the result. Okay. And then we'll see introduction about deep learning, and then a project for deep learning, dog or cat identification project, then natural language processing basics, and the project e-commerce review based on the NLP, like, okay. And then we are going into the final part. This is important, guys. This is machine learning operations. So when you come to this, you will know about all the basics of AWS and machine learning. And this is the important step, guys, machine learning operations. To start with it, you have to know about Git and GitHub. So the version control, which they used to do in the companies or industry. Okay. So we'll be deploying the model in GitHub Actions. And then we are going into how to do the same task, or what is the advantage with Sagemaker. We are going to deploy the model in AWS Sagemaker, and then continuous integration and deployment in Sagemaker, how to create the pipeline for it. And then the project, the final two projects are important. How to do the machine learning operations project, census income prediction project with deployment, and music recommender system project with deployment. Okay. And also AWS is providing additional services, okay, like Amazon recognition for image processing task, comprehend, poly, lex, transcript, and textract. So in the last 2 days we'll cover how to use these services. Are we clear with the agenda? Are you guys interested? I have shown you the 30 days plan. Are you guys ready for this 30 days? Yes, sounds interesting, right? So we'll see the basics of AWS, machine learning, and then into machine learning operations. Okay, can we start with it? So now comes the question, like as I told you earlier, there are many like cloud service provider, right? So we are having Google Cloud, Azure, like IBM Cloud, and so on. So why I need to particularly go for AWS? Why I need to particularly go for AWS? So AWS is a leading cloud service provider, right? And they provide a lot of services. I'll show you. They are reliable, secure, cost effective. You can go global in minutes, and they provide a lot of machine learning services for the entire workflow. They provide end-to-end services. For example, see here, as I told you earlier, Sagemaker, please remember the name because we are going to see that entirely. Okay, Amazon Sagemaker is providing platform for performing machine learning operations. You can get start, experiment, you can do the experiment, track, visualize, and do all the process. You can train the model, register the model. Okay, you can go for machine learning CI/CD pipelines. You can go for deployment, you can go for monitoring. All the end-to-end is done in AWS. It is available. Okay, and another thing, guys, as I told you earlier, nowadays many people, they have idea about Python and machine learning. For example, you are going to a company for an interview. Okay, so nowadays there is a huge competition. You want to stand alone from the others. You need to have some additional knowledge and talent. Okay, so apart from Python or machine learning, if you have an idea about AWS, if you have certification on that, you know how to do it, and you know about machine learning operations. Okay, it is not that much familiar regarding machine learning operations because it is done only in the industry level. In the student level, they know only about the machine learning. Okay, they'll do it in the notebook. But what is machine learning operations? How they are going to deploy it? What is actually happening in the industry? Okay, you want to, if you have this additional knowledge with AWS and MLOps, you will stand alone and you have a good, okay, you have a good chance to get recruited. Okay, I can show you guys. I can just go into like Google and search. For example, see here. See here, if I put AWS LinkedIn jobs, you can see how much opening is there in India. Okay, you can search with Python or machine learning. There are huge, like AWS now it's common, guys. As I told you earlier, what is the importance of AWS or cloud computing, right? So many of the like industries are depending on the cloud. So you need to have this kind of ideas to get recruited, right? And can we go some more deep into AWS? Can we start with the content? So we need to see about, is AWS reliable? So I have a little bit of story for you guys to teach about this reliability of AWS. Can you believe AWS? Can we start with this? Once again, can I get thumbs up, guys? Is it interesting till now? Are you guys ready? Fine. Okay, we'll start. I'll tell you a simple story, guys. Small story. For example, you are going to use AWS. It is not only for company, you can also use. You have a cat and you are taking a picture of your cat, okay? And you are storing it in your laptop and in your hardware, okay? Now what happens is, something happens to your computer or your hardware, okay? And you lost your photo. If something happens to it, you lost your photo, right? You cannot retrieve it. It's gone. But instead, what this guy is doing, you are going to store it in AWS. So what they'll do, using internet, you are going to store this photo in the data center of AWS. If you upload it to AWS, they have the hardware, okay, or the infrastructure. Okay, they have a separate place with separate security. They are maintaining it. So they are going to save it in their data center. So what happens, instead of your laptop, with AWS account, you can access it from your mobile or TV or laptop or computer or anything, okay? So that's what the advantage of cloud computing or AWS. They are storing it in their data center. So what is data center? What is data center? It is their infrastructure. They'll store it and maintain it. And like what happened to your laptop, something is happening to this data center. For example, some alien came and attacked this data center, or like any earthquake or natural calamity happened and this data center is entirely gone. So what will happen? You will lose your photo, right? You will lose the image of your cat. So to avoid this, AWS have planned for this actually. Okay, they have planned for it, and what they have done it, they have another data center like near to it. Okay, not that much near, in same place, some distance. So they have a data center, two data center, like a backup. Okay, so what this data center, so if you store a photo, it will upload it in the data center, and along with that they'll take a backup and it is stored in another data center. And how it is linked? It is linked through high redundancy and low latency, and a cluster of data center is called as availability zone in AWS. Clear? What is AZ or availability zone? Availability zone, the first name, A and Z, AZs, they used to call in AWS cloud. If you are familiar, you would have known about this term. What is AZ or availability zone? It is a cluster of data centers. So you are having multiple data center near to it, connected to low latency. So what happens? Even if one data center failed, you have a backup and AWS will give you the photo. Clear? So now you got your photo, right? No issues. So for example, something happening and both of this data center are entirely gone. Now you lost your photo, right? So to avoid this, AWS have planned for this also. What they have done? They are connecting the AZ also. It is called as a region. Okay. What is a region? Connection of availability zone or a cluster of availability zone. Can we see a recap? What is a data center? It is the infrastructure of the AWS. They will store it there. A cluster or collection of data center is called as availability zone. It is linked through low latency and high redundancy. What is a collection of availability zone or cluster of availability zone? It is called as a region. Okay. With that, they are having this region in many places in the world. They are having many availability zone and region, so that your photo will be safe. So this same thing is applicable for the company also. Okay. So the AWS cloud spans 99 availability zone within 31 geographic regions around the world. Around the entire world, they are having these kind of facilities. And for us in India, we are having one in Hyderabad and one in Mumbai. Okay. Yeah, I got a doubt here. So if they store twice, yeah, they are going to incur the cost and taking the equipment. Yeah. But the data is important, right? You cannot lose the data. So you are believing, that is what known as reliability is. Okay. So what if Amazon thinks like, I have a backup and I have many availability zone, it is costing me much more, so I'll have only one, but something happens, and what will happen? Will you go and store your photo or your data in the cloud in AWS? You won't do it, right? So it is a casual procedure among the cloud service provider to have the backup, so that the client won't lose any data. That's what called as reliability is. Did you got it? Clear? So now, there are many regions for us, right? So you can go for southeast or northeast or anything. In India we are having these two. So you have to select which region you are going to use. So actually I know someone will ask this question, what if all regions collapse? So if they are having particularly having in many places, if all regions collapse, it seems like you and I, we both won't be there to see this collapse. So there's no issue, right? Yeah, there is you cannot hack the data also. So they are having the particular security. So that's what known as reliability is. So they have the entire security, both physical and network security, so that your data is safe. Clear? No, it's it's their procedure. You don't want to pay that twice. You only pay for what you use. There is some price amount, we'll discuss about that. It's not like if you want to store a backup, you will be paying high. No, not that. So it's their process. So as we saw earlier, it's their responsibility, not our responsibility. Okay? It's their responsibility to have a backup and give us to save our data. So we are having many regions and availability zones, right? How are you going to select one? So there are some considerations for this AWS region considerations. So you have to consider about compliance. For example, in some countries, okay, they have some security things like this data from their country should be stored in their country only for security purpose. You cannot store it in some other region. Okay, in such cases you have to go with the countries what is the compliance they have given, okay, for security purpose. So for example, in India, if they said all the Indian data should be stored in India only, then you have to go for Indian AZ and regions only. It's not that till now. And the next thing will be latency. What is latency? What is the distance between you and your data center or availability zone? Okay. What is latency? How you are near to it, so that you can get your data, retrieve it fastly, you can do all the tasks fastly. So for us, it is near, right? Hyderabad or Mumbai, it's near to us, so we can use it. Yeah, AWS you can store it, Google Drive you can just store it, okay? Google is providing cloud service, that is different. In AWS you can store and perform other cloud tasks also. So once we see about the account creation, I'll just give you a glimpse today about all the things inside of the AWS, okay? And cost. There are cost features also. In some countries, some AZs are costly and some are less cost, okay? You have to consider that. And services and features, whenever they are giving it new, they'll give it or test it in some regions only, new features. So based on all these tasks, you have to consider the AWS considerations to select the AZ and region. Are we clear? Can we start with the account creation, guys? So it's time for us to kickstart with account and start with the process. AWS providing the data safety, they are giving the assurance, okay? So before going into account creation, I just want to discuss about another one thing. So this is a master class, okay? You can attend it in YouTube free for 30 days. You will get a certificate for participation. But if you wish to convert this, okay, convert this master class into an internship, you can do it. So you can convert this master class into 1 month certified internship, AWS machine learning operations. Okay, if you want to get an internship certificate and all the other features, this is the right time for you guys. So what is the advantage you are getting if you are enrolled into this internship? What are the benefits you will be getting? You will be getting the 30 days of live sessions, and you will be getting the access to access it anytime for 90 days to all these records. You will be getting 6+ source codes, AWS projects. So I have told you regarding the agenda, right? So you will get all the source code, downloadables, etc. So you will get the PPT, additional supports and everything. And you will be having in this 30 days in between, you will be having 5 mentor live in mastermind sessions. So these sessions, I'll be there in Zoom session where all the internship users can directly interact with me, ask all the doubts and clarify. Okay. So it is a useful session where we used to do it, where we'll be discussing. If you have any doubt, you can ask me directly. We'll see some additional tasks there. And in some colleges, if you are going to apply for this internship, if you are doing internship, in some colleges they require this internship confirmation letter, right? So when you enroll into this internship, you will get this internship confirmation letter. And once you complete this internship, you will get internship certification finally. Okay. So how to avail for this internship? I'll show you. To get this internship, if you want to convert this masterclass into an internship, okay, usually this masterclass, it costs around 1,999, okay, it's 2,000, nearly 2,000 rupees. And since it is a masterclass, we are giving a coupon code in the name AWS MC1, please note it down. And if you apply this coupon code, you will get a discounted fee of 999. Okay, and this is the registration link, and registration link is given below in the description and in the chat. So please make use of it. Clear? So please note it down about the coupon. It is AWS MC1. If you apply for this, you will get a discounted fee of 999, where you will get all the additional features. Okay, we have discussed about the project, right? Regarding the project, vehicle insurance claim fraud detection, Avalon age prediction, dog or cat identification project, NLP project, like e-commerce review project, census income prediction with deployment, and music recommender system with deployment. You will get the project, the source code and the downloadables, and you will get 5 mastermind sessions where you can directly interact with me and clarify all your doubts. Okay. Clear about this? So once again, please note it down regarding the coupon. So this is from my side. So in this 30 days, you want to trust me, guys. So I have shown you the agenda. What is the plan, right? So if you come for this 30 days, what is the advantage? Apart from this, I believe myself, okay? And I believe if you follow this for 30 days, from the start till end, enrolling this internship, you will get all the support. So you will start from the AWS basics, you will learn the machine learning, you will learn the machine learning operations too. So with that, you are well accompanied for interviews. Okay, you will get the additional support or additional thing apart from the others they are having. So which makes you stand apart from others in the interview. Clear? So if you are going to just attend it in YouTube, you can learn, okay? And you will get participation certificate. You must have 25 days of attendance. If you are going to convert this masterclass into an internship, you can do it by availing this one. Please note it down, the coupon code AWS MC1, and the discounted fee will be 999. Yes, so I think we can start with AWS Free Tier and account creation. Can we start? Yes, we are starting from machine learning basic from Pandas library. So how to handle the data, how to pre-process it, how to choose the machine learning model, how to evaluate it, and then we are going to machine learning operations from basic. Like usually everyone start with Git and GitHub, and then we are going into AWS services for deployment. Clear? So many of you guys have a requirement for internship. You can use this opportunity. This is a nice opportunity. If you utilize this 30 days, this is a new course and new technology, right? So there is no certain plan on this task, okay? This is a tailored agenda. You can search on internet, you cannot find, there is nothing like they teach the basics for AWS and go into machine learning operations. It is not available, so that's why we tailored it fit. Okay, so with this you can learn the basics and to advanced level. Yeah, the timing is from 7 to 8 p.m. daily in YouTube, and if you go for this internship, you will get like the LMS support where you can log in and see and watch and get support anytime, anywhere. Yeah, you'll get all the 6 projects and their code, their PPTs and internship certificate if you complete it, if you avail for this internship. Clear? Can I get thumbs up, guys? So AWS, as I told you earlier, it is like pay as you go pricing, which means whatever you are using, you are going to pay for it. But they are giving a free tier, which means they are giving free trials for some certain period of time. For first 12 months, you can use it entirely free. But if you go for options, okay, you have to particularly choose the free tier options. Then you can go without getting any cost. If you go for some other thing, then it may ask you to pay. Okay, they'll charge for it. So you have to be careful while choosing the free tier. If you don't want to incur any charges, you can go for this one. And it's always free, guys. In the first 12 months, they are giving many free options. So you have to particularly select the free options and not choose any other thing, so that you won't be accompanied with any cost. And regarding account creation, we'll start it, guys. I'll go and search AWS account creation. Okay, so you can create an AWS account by clicking this option. It will take you to AWS console for sign up. So this is the page. Okay, so you have to enter your email ID, you have to enter your account name which you require. Once you click this verify email address, it is going to take you to the next page. You will be entering your email ID and the account name which you want. Okay, you can verify the address, email address. So it will send you a confirmation code for your mail. So the verification code, you want to verify it. Once you click verify, it will take you to the next page where you will get the option to set your password. Okay, please don't share your passwords, and you can create a root. This main account is called as root user. We're going to see about what is a root user. There is something known as IAM user. We'll see that in later part of the session. Okay, you have to set a password, and once you click continue, it's the step 1 of step 5. Once you set the password, it will take you to next step where you have to give the information regarding contact. Whether it's for personal, you can opt for personal. You can give your entire name, your phone number, your country, and then address. So this is step 2. Once you've done this, it will take you to payment. So you have to give your billing information, your card detail, but don't worry, it won't take amount without your permission. And what they'll used to do is, they used to take $1 or equivalent amount. So when I create my AWS account, it take me 2 rupees, just 2 rupees, and they'll hold it for a few days and give you back that 2 rupees. Just for verifying the user. Okay, just for the identity confirmation. You can give your card details, it will charge 2 rupees, and they are going to give it back to you after further days. And then you have to confirm your identity with voice call or text message. Okay, you have to enter the security check. Once you've done it, okay, you will be getting verify code. This is the step 4 of step 5. And finally, you can choose your identity for personal use or for individual or for company. Okay, and this is a important step. Don't go for other options. If you don't want to incur any cost, you can go for basic support, which is free. Okay, so if you go for this free tier, for 12 months they are giving you many options, free options, but you have to select only certain options. Yeah, $1 is equal to 82 rupees or something like that, but they are going to take only equivalent amount, and I got only 2 rupees charge. See here, or any equivalent amount in local currency. It's not direct conversion. I just got 2 rupees. So if you guys tried, you would have known about it. You can try, and then you can decide whether you want to create an account or not. Yeah, you have to create account because this entire internship will be performing it entirely in AWS. You can use credit or debit card here. And finally, once you've done it, you can opt for this free tier and complete the sign up. And congratulations, you can go to the AWS Management Console. Okay, so let me take you to the AWS Management Console. What it is, we'll see now. So once you log in, it will ask for the root user and password. It is going to take you this page. This is the home page. Okay, remember guys, earlier we have discussed about AZ and region. So you can select it from here. You can see here on the right top corner, it is showing me Mumbai, right? So you can click it. These are the availability zone and regions. Okay, so like based on the region, they are not enabling some part of the places. Okay, like Hyderabad is not available for me, so I am opting for Mumbai. So there are some other availability zone and regions which you can select. So I'll go for Mumbai. So this is where you are going to select based on the considerations. Okay, so this is the home page. You will see about the cost and usage and other things like some details. So this is a search page where you can search for options. Earlier I told you about Sagemaker, right? See here, Sagemaker. See here, Amazon Sagemaker, we are having build, train and deploy machine learning models and other support. And when you go for the services, you can see like what all the services they are providing for analytics, application integration, AWS cost management and so on. And we have a machine learning here. If you click it, you can see the augmented AI and other support they are providing. And you can also find other things like Kendra and so on. So we have this recognition, right? So some of these topics we are going to see in the last 2 days of the session. Okay, text track, transcript. So they have their application. So with this you can do machine learning without performing any code. Okay, and in Sagemaker you can build on your own. So that's what the difference is. So I think we can go and see about AWS budgets because it is important. And with that we can wind up today's session. Can we see about this one, AWS budgets? Are you guys ready to see this one alone in today's class? So what is AWS budgets? So in AWS budgets, for example, as I told you earlier, AWS is providing you free tier. But what if you accidentally used something else which is going to cost you? Then you have to consider it, right? So by the end of the month, you don't want to pay further amounts. So what you can do, you can create a budget and you can mention a certain threshold amount. For example, I just want to spend $1. I don't want anything other than that. So if it gone above that budget, it is going to give you an alert and you can respond with that action, right? So you can stop whatever you have done, you can check it and you can clarify it and stop it. Okay, that's what the AWS budget is. So what I'm going to do, you go into this AWS Management Console and search for budgets and you can get this AWS budgets, right? So where you can see the bill and payment and all those details. So when you go for this budget, what they are telling, track your cost. Okay, with that you can stop if you going for something else. And this has no charge. Okay, this is completely free. And I'll go for create a budget and you can go for template. And in template, I'm going to create for zero spend budget. What it is, even if you spend something, okay, even $0.01, it is going to give you an alert. So if you want to go completely, okay, no charge, you can create this alert. So even if you spend $0.01, it is going to give you an alert to your mail ID. You can specify the mail ID below where you can get a mail like you have gone above. Okay, and you can also go for monthly cost budget. So I'm going to set like in monthly, I just want to have $5. I don't want to go above that. Okay, and for email ID I can specify the email ID. So in this mail ID, if this $5 is exceeded, it is going to give me an alert. Okay, so finally I can go for create budget. So it is going to create you a budget. Okay, so now it is giving me okay, because the entire budget is $5 and till now I have spent like $1.56. Okay, so this is what it is giving. So it's well below, so it is okay. If it goes above the threshold value, it is going to give you a mail alert. Okay, clear? So once you created it, if you go for home, if you go for this, if you click this button AWS, it is going to take you the management console, and you can go and search. If you go for budgets, so what I suggest is, in the first few days when you are going to like explore this AWS, please don't go for something else options. Okay, so what you can do for safety is, you can go and check your mail ID often and this AWS budgets. If you click it, it is going to give you, yeah, you are okay within the threshold value. Clear? So please make sure, if you are interested, create an account and create the budget, and don't do anything else. So in tomorrow's class, we'll see with other topics, starting with IAM, EC2 and so on. Okay, virtual machines and so on. So that's it for today, guys. So once again, about the 1 month certified internship. If you want to convert this masterclass into your internship with certification and project codes and so on, you can opt for this 1 month certified internship on AWS Machine Learning Operations. And these are the benefits you will get: 30 days of live sessions, and you can access it for 90 days. The project codes, downloadable presentations, the PPT, mentor live mastermind sessions, confirmation letter, and certification once you complete the internship. And this is the cost details. You can register for it, and the coupon code is AWS MC1 for this masterclass. So you can, this is from my side, you can get this for 999, and the link is below in the description. And I hope you got the attendance also, so please mark the attendance. The importance of budget is, for example, if you like, apart from your knowledge, if you have clicked something else option and you purchase something else, okay, for your usage you have to pay for it. To avoid that, you can create a budget, which means if the cost go above that threshold amount, for example $1 or $5, it will give you an alert so that you can stop whichever it is running. So that's what the importance of budget is. Clear? Like some service they are giving free tier, which means, like for example, in the high end they will provide low end, the storage and so on. For your exploration they will provide. If you set the zero budget, if you use something else, if they are going to provide you cost, okay, it will give you an alert. And that's it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in tomorrow's class. Today is day 1, and please make sure you're attending till day 30. We'll see you in tomorrow's class. Yeah, I can explain one more about the workshop. So if you go for this internship, you will avail all the 30-day live sessions, and you can access it for 90 days. You can get 6+ source codes of the AWS projects, all the PPTs. You'll be having 5 mentor live in mastermind sessions. It is a Zoom session. You'll get a confirmation letter and internship certification. For masterclass in YouTube, if you have 25 days of attendance, you will get participation certificate. So there is no last date. So between this 30 days you have to enroll for this internship. But the thing is, every 6 or 5 days we'll be having this mastermind session which I told. Okay, so as soon as you are enrolling into this internship, you can use those 5 sessions. So if the day goes on, you will be missing some mentor live sessions, right? So you can do this ASAP if you are interested, if you want to convert this into an internship. And tomorrow we are going to directly into all the concepts. Okay, this is just an introduction session, and tomorrow we are going to see a lot of hands-on session in AWS regarding EC2, Elastic, load balancing, auto scaling, and so on. So please be ready at 7 p.m. guys. Thank you. For using AWS, there is no particular programming language, so you don't have to worry about it. For machine learning, we'll be using Python. You just need to very base of Python. That's it, guys. We are going to start from the base only. So budget is not compulsory, but I'll advise you to go with budget. Okay, so that even though if you, without your knowledge, if you have used something, you can stop the cost, right? So budget is very important, and for setting budget, you don't they won't charge you for setting the budget. Okay, so please make use of it. It's a good option provided by them. Thank you, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in tomorrow's class.